All right, what's going on, y'all? It is currently 12:30 p.m. right now. So, just finished up eating breakfast. We're about to head to the gym. We're about to hit some push, and thought I'd bring y'all along with me. So, let's go. So we just got to the gym, and like I said before, we're about to hit some push, full push day. And I pulled up to the gym, and I'm parked next to this Bronco, fully pinked out. Look at that. All right, hello. This is post production Peter, and I am doing a full voiceover for the rest of the video, basically because I completely botched the audio. But yeah, today we're doing a full push day. Starting off with some machine lateral raise, and then we're gonna go over to some chest fly, dumbbell lat raise, some chest press, and then a couple more workouts after that. But decided to do a voiceover and not completely scrap the video because I kind of just have to get the video out. Here's me talking right here. You can't hear anything I'm saying. But yeah, so we're starting off with the machine lat raise, doing the 61s on there. I started using this Arsenal lat raise other than there's another one in this gym, but I like this one just because it kind of limits my movements to say the least. Like I know exactly what I'm going to do and how it's going to happen. No really outside factors. Now we are moving on to the next movement, dumbbell lat raise movement. I was originally supposed to be doing chest flies here, but the machine was taken. So thought I'd go ahead and just move on to my next workout in the dumbbell lat raise just to warm up my shoulders a little bit before we get to our flies and our presses, just because I do have a history of injury in my shoulders and my elbows. A little bit of tendonitis in both my elbows. So no, you can't be too safe when you're warming up. Personally, I like the machine lat raise movement more than the dumbbell, but doing the dumbbell right after kind of gives me some variations, you know. And here we have our chest fly. I'm not exactly sure the brand of the machine, but this is a chest fly that my gym has. Origin Gym is the name of the gym I go to. It's been pretty gnarly. You get a gnarly stretch in the back, and the squeeze is nothing like I've ever felt on any other machine. So I've been using this for the past couple months since I started my cut, and I have no regrets using this machine over any of the other ones. But yeah, so since we're here, thought I'd give you all a little bit of background of who I am and what exactly it is I'm training for. But yeah, so my name's Peter. I used to powerlift. I powerlifted for the past 4 years of my life. Um, until recently, actually, January of 2026, I decided that I was going to go on a cut because in 2025, there was about a 7th month long period where I stopped working out and I got fat, essentially. I'll throw up a picture right now. But yeah, that's what I looked like at the before I started my cut now, and then this is what I look like today, or at least at the day of recording this video. So yeah, I am officially down 35 pounds, and that's 35 pounds in about 4 or 5 months ish since I started the cut. And I feel great. This is probably the best shape I've ever been in my life, and I'll probably got like another 12, 10, 15 more pounds to go before I think I'll end the cut. Um, Now we're moving on to some Smith machine incline bench press, one of the more fun workouts in my lift. That's Spencer. This is my coach. He's been coaching me through this entire cut. The guy's a freak. You see, he's doing 3 plates, and I think there's a quarter on the other side. But don't quote me on that. But this guy's a beast. If y'all don't know him, y'all should give him a holler if you're looking for a coach. But yeah, as I was saying, I don't really have much prior experience to the bodybuilding style of training. As in, for the past 4 years, I only really did the squat, bench, deadlift, and accessories that help me improve those. So I kind of have that typical powerlifter build, where you know a lot of my muscles that don't really translate in powerlifting are lacking. So my back is pretty weak. My rear delts are pretty weak in comparison to the rest of my body, but my legs are great. I have nice glutes. In other words, I have a big butt, and my quads are very ahead in comparison to the rest of my body as well. And my arms are also pretty small in comparison. But yeah, so since I started training over to the bodybuilding style of training, which is more accessory based and everything to failure, essentially, unlike powerlifting, where you kind of have to be a little smarter about when you were peaking or not. As you see, the pump cover came off. I don't know who I was feeling like, but I must have been feeling good that day. But yeah, I've only really started doing this style of training till failure for about 4 or 5 months when I started, and it's been very good to me. And this isn't really to knock the powerlifting style of training, but I am having a lot more fun in the gym since I started doing the more bodybuilding style of training, which is super more accessory focused. I love to squat, bench, and deadlift, but I think it just took such a big toll on my body that I kind of fell out of love with it. Um, and then here I am right now, speaking of, which is why I still do this, about to grind out that last rep right there. Boom. I know my arms were fried that day, so I think they kind of gave up on me. But yeah, my weight loss journey is not really anything super special. Essentially, what happened is once I graduated college, I stopped working out for a while because I joined a startup company with some old friends of mine. And then with that, took a lot of my time, and I had to essentially choose whether I wanted to go to the gym or continue working at the startup. And at that moment, I chose to work at that startup, and which is not a decision that I regret, but it is about one that I would not take again if I had the opportunity to. But yeah, I ended up leaving that startup at around the same time I started the cut, around January, and that opened up a lot of free time for me to start working out again. And then I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, wow, all that time I spent in that in my startup company, I ended up gaining a lot of fat. I still weighed the same as I was when I was powerlifting, but I lost a lot of muscle and I was eating like poo poo butt. So that kind of made me want to start the cut again. And here I am now, 4 months later, 35 pounds down. And I really could not be happier with my decision to start that cut and getting back in the gym again. And it did take a while for me to kind of catch my stride in the gym again because I was so untrained for about a year that I kind of like forgot everything, and I was so weak when I came in, which was not something I was used to because I worked out for about 6 years like consistently prior to that little break that I took. So it was definitely demotivating to get back into the gym and not be at the same spot. But now I am here later, equally as strong as I was, 40 pounds down. Now we're listening to some Paramore while we're crushing these dips, kind of a little chest finisher right after the incline chest press. I don't think it took me very long to adjust to this bodybuilding style of training just because of the little baseline that I had from powerlifting training for so long, and it gave me a lot of time to understand like what it means to actually like train and do everything correctly and all that. Powerlifting was kind of my time to have fun in the gym, essentially. But I'm not to say I'm not having fun now, but I'm a little more dialed in than I was about my training, and I take it a little more seriously than I did back then as well. Same for my diet. Right now, I'm eating about 1450 on the cut on my rest days and about 1700 on my training days. And I usually eat about the same thing every day. It's that chicken rice, and usually a vegetable, probably broccoli or Brussels sprouts. I've been really enjoying Brussels sprouts recently. I don't know what I'm saying in the camera right here, but now we are moving on to some tricep pushdowns. Arms in general are not my strongest body part, but I have a lot of fun training them, much like the typical gym bro. With that being said, I am a fan of doing tricep pushdowns, specifically with this little, I don't really know what it's called. I think it's a V bar attachment. One of my favorite attachments to do for tricep pushdowns. Just a different kind of stretch at the top whenever you're using this bar. That it just feels something about it just feels so good. And I've been using this for maybe a year or two now. Specifically, that one I used to use the straight bar, and then I turned to the dark side. Use the V bar. There's another attachment in this gym as well. You'll probably see it specifically for tricep pushdowns that I really enjoy using as well. But we'll save that for another day. Um, pump cover came off again. I don't know who I was feeling like. Triceps looking a little small in this video. Must have been feeling pretty large in this gym. Oh, never mind. And see, look, the shirt's coming right back on. All right. Now we're moving on to our final movement of the day. It's the overhead tricep. Yeah. So basically, This is my least favorite movement of the day. I don't know if it's because I'm tired or what, but I'm not going to stay on this one too long because we got cardio.
So just finished overhead tricep, and now we've moved to the actual worst part of the workout, cardio. So for the past four, like 4 or 5 months, I've been doing 30 minutes incline, basically just until my heart rate gets up to about 120. Yeah, easily my least favorite part of the workout, but unfortunately that's something you just gotta suck up, especially when you have to lose as much weight as I had to. Even though people have to lose hundreds of pounds and I only really had to lose like 40, it still sucks. And obviously it's something that nobody really wants to do, but you kind of have to do it. But it's actually not a bad way to finish up the workout, kind of like a cool down. But adding those 30 minutes to your workout, especially if you're in a rush, kind of sucks. But yeah, the best way to pass the time though is, unironically, this bad boy. Finding ways to make the time go by fast is the key to getting through your cardio. For me, whether that's watching an episode of your favorite show on Netflix or Disney Plus, but for me, I doom scroll, which is a bad problem. I've been trying to get off doom scrolling for like when I'm at home, but there's a time and a place, and what better place to waste your time than when you're doing cardio? And I'm already 6 minutes in, and it hasn't really felt that long because I started doom scrolling before I turned on the camera. So yeah, I'll see y'all in the car because it's supposed to thunderstorm in a second here. So I'm gonna finish up this cardio and I'll see y'all either at home or in the car. All right guys, we just got out of the gym and it was raining when we got out, so I couldn't record, but we just made it home. We had a pretty successful push day, I think. Got a nice little pump and got to train till failure. I was talking before about how I never really started training seriously until about 4 or 5 months ago, and since then almost all my sets have been either to failure or really close to failure. I've been working out for 8 years, and I think 7 of those years I lacked a lot of the intensity. I'm not gonna say I wasted those years, but I definitely would be way more jacked if I just applied some more intensity to the training that I had before. But to be fair, I did not have access to the knowledge that a lot of people do now. But can't really complain. All I gotta do is work with what I have now and be grateful that I have the opportunity to do so. And about 1 or 2 times a week, I'll go into the posing room at my gym and look at myself, see how much progress I've made, and see if I'm satisfied with where I've gotten. But today I couldn't because there was just so many people around. I'm not super comfortable filming in there yet, but yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and go into the second best place, my bathroom, and pose real quick just to look at the pump, even though it's probably worn off by now. But all right, it's a couple hours after my little pose session, but yeah guys, I just finished up, just played some video games, just played some Gamble with Your Friends. It's a gambling game, as you can guess, that just got released on Steam, and it's pretty fun. And it definitely keeps me at the casino, so kind of grounds me, to say the least. But yeah, I kind of just want to talk about why I started making these YouTube videos. It's kind of always been a dream of mine to be a YouTuber, and like since I was a kid. Oh, this is my cat. But yeah, it's always kind of been a dream of mine to be a YouTuber, and I've always been particularly scared to upload. Whether it's because I don't think I look good enough, because I just hold myself to such a high standard when it comes to videos, especially when there's so many people in gym content creation right now. I decided that I'm gonna use that exact reason to start making YouTube videos. If nobody's gonna watch it, there's nothing to lose. And I think I need to get over my fear of hitting that upload button, which is exactly why I'm here. And you know, I just gotta expect that. Not all my videos are gonna be some kind of master beast. No, I just gotta accept that not all my videos are gonna be a masterpiece, and I'm not Mr. Beast. So I'm just gonna have fun with this, and hopefully y'all will be able to join me too. I just finished eating dinner, so I really got nothing else to talk about. I'm about to head to bed, got work tomorrow, but thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope y'all enjoyed. I'll see you tomorrow.